Most people think wealth is built with complicated strategies, stock tips, or insider secrets. But what if I told you some of the most powerful money rules were written over 1,000 years ago in the form of simple Jewish proverbs? These aren't just nice sayings. They're practical strategies. How to grow wealth slowly but surely. How to protect your reputation so opportunities keep coming. How to invest in knowledge that never loses value. And even how to stop lifestyle creep from draining your fortune. In this video, we'll break down 5 ancient Jewish proverbs and translate them into modern financial strategies you can apply today. Because sometimes the simplest wisdom from the past is the fastest path to profits in the present. Proverb number 1, slow growth beats fast money. One Jewish proverb says, wealth gained hastily will dwindle, but whoever gathers little by little will increase it. That's a direct warning against the fantasy of getting rich quick. History proves it. Fortunes made overnight usually vanish just as fast. Why? Because fast money rarely comes with the habits, the systems, or the discipline to keep it. Think about the lottery winners who end up bankrupt in 5 years, or the crypto traders who made millions in a bull run but lost it all in the crash. They gained wealth hastily, but because they didn't build the right foundation, it slipped through their fingers. Now compare that with someone who invests a small amount consistently, month after month. At first, it looks boring, no fireworks, no Lamborghini. But give it 5, 10, 20 years, and compounding turns small steps into massive results. That's the wisdom of gather little by little. The Jewish wealth mindset has always favored steady, deliberate growth over risky shortcuts. Merchants would expand trade routes gradually, reinvest profits carefully, and build trust over years, not days. That's why their businesses lasted generations. So, how do you apply this today? Instead of chasing the next big hype, commit to a consistent savings and investment plan. Measure progress not by what you can flash this year, but by what compounds over a decade. Build habits, budgeting, investing, learning skills that accumulate slowly but never vanish. Here's the paradox. The world celebrates the overnight millionaire, but the ones who actually stay wealthy are those who grow step by step. The proverb is right. Fast money fades, but slow money built with patience lasts. Proverb number 2, reputation is worth more than riches. One of the most famous Jewish proverbs says, a good name is better than great riches. At first, that sounds poetic, but in reality, it's one of the most practical money lessons you can learn. Why? Because money can open one door, but reputation, your good name, can open 100. For centuries, Jewish merchants operated in environments where they couldn't always rely on legal systems or governments to protect them. Their contracts weren't always enforceable by courts. What kept trade alive was reputation. If a merchant promised to deliver, people trusted it would arrive. If he borrowed, lenders believed he would pay back. A good name was the strongest form of collateral. And that hasn't changed. In today's world, your reputation is your most valuable currency. It determines whether people want to hire you, partner with you, invest in you, or buy from you. A single broken promise, one dishonest deal, can erase years of credibility, and once trust is gone, wealth follows it out the door. Think about companies with scandals. One bad headline can wipe billions off their market value overnight. Now think about companies like Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway. The entire empire is built on a reputation for honesty, discipline, and transparency. Investors trust Buffett so much that his name itself adds billions in value. Here's how you apply this proverb in your own financial life. Always deliver what you promise, better yet, underpromise and overdeliver. Protect your reputation like an asset. Don't trade short-term gain for long-term trust. Ask yourself regularly, if someone heard my name in a business deal, would they think of opportunity or risk? Money comes and goes, but a good name, once built, compounds. People will lend to you, recommend you, and open doors for you, not because you're rich, but because you're trusted. That's why this proverb is so powerful. Riches can buy things, but reputation buys opportunities, and opportunities are where real wealth is made. Proverb number 3, skills are the real inheritance. One Jewish proverb says, teach your child a trade, without it he teaches him to steal. On the surface, it's about morality, but financially, it's one of the smartest wealth strategies ever written. The idea is simple. Money given without skills is fragile. Skills given even without money are durable. If you leave your children wealth but not the knowledge to manage or grow it, they'll waste it. But if you leave them skills, they'll be able to create wealth on their own, no matter what happens. That's why education and training have always been central to Jewish culture. For centuries, families invested in literacy, law, business, and professional skills, because those were assets no one could confiscate. Land can be taken, gold can be stolen. But knowledge, skills in negotiation, accounting, medicine, or trade travels with you anywhere. In today's world, the proverb applies just as strongly. Parents often focus on giving children comfort or luxury, but the Jewish mindset is, give them competence. Teach them money management, problem solving, entrepreneurship, and real-world trades, because with those tools, even if they start from zero, they can rebuild. And this doesn't just apply to children, it applies to you too. Every new skill you acquire is a permanent asset. Learn sales, and you can always generate income. Learn coding or design, and you'll always be valuable in the job market. Learn financial literacy, and you'll protect yourself from costly mistakes. Here's the key takeaway. Don't measure wealth only by what you pass down in dollars. Measure it by the knowledge and abilities you embed in yourself and your family. Because skills are the inheritance that never depreciates. That's the genius of this proverb. True wealth isn't what you leave behind, it's what you build inside people. Proverb number 4, environment shapes your wealth. One Jewish proverb advises, do not live in a city where there is no physician. At first, this sounds like health advice, but look deeper, it's also about money. The lesson is this, your environment matters as much as your effort. If you live in a place with no doctors, no teachers, no thriving markets, you're not just risking your health, you're limiting your opportunities. Wealth doesn't grow in isolation, it grows in ecosystems. That's why throughout history, Jewish families often chose to live in cities with strong communities, schools, and markets, even if it cost more. Because being in the right environment multiplies your chances of survival and prosperity. Think about it today. Why do ambitious people move to New York, London, or Tel Aviv? Not because the rent is cheap, but because the network, the opportunities, and the support systems are abundant. You're surrounded by talent, resources, and mentors, things that accelerate your growth. Now apply this personally. If you're building wealth, don't just ask how much do I earn, ask am I in the right environment to grow? Are the people around you pushing you forward or pulling you down? Does your city, your workplace, your circle give you access to better education, health, and financial opportunities, or are you stuck in a dead zone? Sometimes the smartest money move is not another investment, but relocating yourself into a better ecosystem. Because the proverb is right, your environment can either drain you or protect and multiply your wealth. So here's the challenge. Audit your environment. If there are no physicians around, no mentors, no problem solvers, no support, it may be time to move, not just physically, but socially and financially, to a place where wealth can actually grow. Proverb number 5, true wealth is contentment. One of the most profound Jewish proverbs asks, who is rich? He who is happy with what he has. This flips the modern idea of wealth on its head. Most people measure wealth by how much more they can get more money, more luxury, more status. What this proverb says, real wealth is not about having more, it's about needing less. Now, this doesn't mean you should stop striving or growing. The Jewish mindset values ambition, but it warns against the trap of endless desire. If your lifestyle always inflates with your income, you'll never feel wealthy. You'll just keep running. Think about it. The person who earns $10,000 a month but spends $12,000 is poorer than the person who earns $3,000 and spends $2,000. Happiness margin is just as important as profit margin. This proverb also teaches financial discipline. If you can find contentment with enough, you avoid the debt spiral, the overspending, the constant chasing of things that fade. That stability gives you freedom, the real measure of wealth. Modern psychology agrees. After a certain level of income that covers basic needs and comfort, more money doesn't significantly increase happiness. What matters is gratitude, balance, and freedom from financial anxiety. Here's how you can apply this. Track your lifestyle inflation. Each time your income rises, ask, do I really need to increase my spending, or can I save and invest more instead? Practice gratitude daily. Remind yourself of what you already have instead of only what you lack. Define your own enough. If you know where enough is, you'll always feel wealthy even before you hit the big numbers. The wisdom is simple but powerful. The richest person isn't the one with the biggest bank account, but the one who knows how to feel rich with what they already have. So let's bring it all together. Jewish proverbs don't just give moral lessons, they give us a financial playbook that still works today. Wealth gained hastily will dwindle to build slowly. Let compounding do the heavy lifting. A good name is better than great riches. To your reputation is the asset that keeps paying. Teach your child a trade to skills outlast money, and education is true inheritance. Do not live in a city without a physician. To your environment shapes your wealth as much as your effort. Who is rich? He who is happy with what he has. To contentment is freedom, and freedom is real wealth. These principles survive centuries because they protect against the two biggest money traps, greed and fragility. They remind us that wealth isn't just what you earn, it's what you keep, what you build, and how you live. So here's your challenge. Pick one of these proverbs and apply it this week. Maybe you set up an emergency fund to diversify. Or you commit to guarding your reputation like gold. Or you invest in a new skill instead of another gadget. Even one shift can put you on the path from proverbs to profits. If this video gave you a new perspective, hit like, share it with a friend, and don't forget to subscribe for more wisdom that turns ancient ideas into modern wealth strategies. And in the next video, we'll explore another culture's surprising approach to money. You won't want to miss it.